and welcome to Very Yoga. Today we'll focus on the lower back. We'll try some stretches to increase flexibility as well as strength. Let's begin by sitting on your mat, either cross-legged or kneeling, whatever is more comfortable for your knees. And just gently begin to tune in with your body by breathing and paying attention to your breath. Focusing on expanding your belly, widening the ribcage, and maybe even allowing your shoulders to rise as you breathe in. And as you exhale, gently release any tension. When you're ready, placing your hands to your heart center, and as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, release them back to your heart. Inhale, reaching up, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, release your hands. One last time, inhale, lengthening. And this time interlacing the fingers and turning them upside down. Try and squeeze your elbows together. And as you exhale, gently release the arms using your elbows to open your chest. Give your shoulders a few rolls. When you're ready, inhale, reach up overhead. And as you exhale, release your right hand down and lean up and over. You can introduce some gentle movement to warm up through the shoulder or keep the pose static. Either way, try and keep both sit bones firmly on your mat. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe changing the directions and just tuning in. Your chest is nice and open and your shoulders in one line. Maybe a little neck stretch, wiggling the fingers and then engaging your core, reaching up overhead, coming through the center, and as you exhale, coming up and over the opposite direction. Again, keeping your sit bones on the ground. Option to add a little bit of movement if that feels comfortable for you. Warming up through the shoulders and still focusing on the breath and any sensations within your body. Nice big circles. Remember to keep your chest and your heart open and breathing nice and smoothly. Maybe a little neck stretch again, reaching up the opposite direction. And as you inhale, coming through the center, reaching your arms up. And as you exhale, releasing your hands down to your knees. And with the breath, we're going to move. So as you inhale, reaching your chest forward. As you exhale, rounding your spine, almost like in a cat and a cow pose. Option to close your eyes and just allowing your body to move with your breath. There is no right or wrong here. So just allow your body to move in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Try not to overthink it, just follow up. And then eventually turning to face the front of your mat, coming into the tabletop, making sure that your knees are underneath your hips. And we're just going to follow up with the cat and a cow movement. So as you exhale, rounding your spine. As you inhale, coming into the cow, so allowing your belly to sink to the ground. And your chest forward, shoulders back. As you exhale, really press with your hands against the mat, arching your back up, 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 up. And then as you inhale, again allowing your belly to sink down. Eventually meeting in a tabletop and following up with few movements that feel good for you. Maybe looking towards the back, maybe doing some circles with your chest. Anything that feels good, maybe even changing the position of your wrists. Or simply reaching forward one side at the time to lengthen through the spine. Always make sure that you're breathing and try and sync your breath to your movement. Reaching the opposite direction, really try and lengthening through the spine. Keep your hip bones above your knees as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly making your way back up to the tabletop. And as you inhale, reach up your right hand up towards the sky. And as you exhale, slide it under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slide down. One last time, inhale, reach up. And eventually, we're gonna add some movement. So just doing nice big circles up and over and relaxing your hips towards your sit bones. Reaching your right arm forward, coming into a balancing tabletop. Eventually exhale, reaching up and over, grabbing your left foot and kicking your left foot out. Exhale, release everything back down to the mat. Take another inhale in tabletop. As you exhale, round your spine into the cat pose. Repeat the other side. As you inhale, reach out your left arm high. As you exhale, almost slide it under. Inhale high, exhale under. Reach your arm one last time. And then adding movement, releasing your sit bones towards your heels and doing nice big circles with your left arm. Eventually extending your left arm upright and kicking your right leg up, balancing your core nice and strong. Eventually release, reaching your left arm to grab your right foot and kicking your right foot up, arching your back, opening through the chest and your shoulder. Exhale, release everything back down to the mat. Take an inhale in a tabletop and exhale, round your spine. When you're ready, extending your arms forward towards the front of your mat and coming into a puppy pose. Reach either your forehead or your chin or maybe even your chest towards your mat. Try and keep your sit bones above your knees. Eventually, releasing the hips down, coming to lie flat on your belly. Extend your arms in line with your shoulders. And as you inhale, reach your chest up. As you exhale, release. Inhale, bring your chest up, leading with your head. Exhale, gently release down. Really try and use the fingers just for support, not necessarily to push you up. Hold at the top for a couple of breaths. And exhale, release down, releasing your forehead on top of your hands. When you're ready, inhale, rise your right leg up. Try and keep your hips on the ground and really work on the low back. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg up. Hold it tight. Exhale, release back to the mat. Inhale, right leg comes up again. This is great strengthening workout for your lower back. Release down. Inhale, left leg up. Hold nice and strong. Exhale, release. When you're ready, inhale, both feet up. Try and keep your chest and your hips firmly on the mat to really engage your lower back. Exhale, release. Alright, let's keep working on the lower back. As you inhale, lift your chest up, reaching your elbows towards the back, shoulders back. As you exhale, reach your arms forward. Inhale, engaging your back, lifting the chest up, squeezing your elbows. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Make sure to keep your feet on the mat and really move with your breath. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat and wiggle your hips from side to side to release any tension in your low back. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, and as you inhale, just coming into a gentle cobra, keeping your chest nice and open. Eventually, as you exhale, pressing into wide-legged child's pose, so separating the knees a little bit wider or as wide as your mat. Lengthening through the spine, resting your forehead on top of your mat, and just allowing yourself to breathe. Gently walking your hands towards the right side of your mat, gently lengthening through the left, breathing in, breathing out. Walking the hands the opposite direction, and again trying to reach your chest down towards the mat, lengthening through the right side this time. As you inhale, gently walk your hands to the center and really try and lengthen through the spine by walking your fingertips almost away from your body. Eventually, coming back into the tabletop and swinging yourself to slowly come up and over and allowing yourself to come down onto your back. As you inhale, bring your right leg to your chest and give your ankle a few wiggles. Try and really extend through the left leg by opening your hip flexor. You don't necessarily have to squeeze the leg to your belly, it can come slightly to the side. When you're ready, stretch the leg up and exhale, release. Inhale, bring your left leg in and repeat the same stretch on the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, extending your leg up and release it down to the mat. Bringing both knees to your chest and give yourself a nice big hug, maybe rocking from side to side or even doing small circles with your knees for a little low back massage. Eventually releasing your feet down to the mat. You should be just about able to tickle your heels or even grab your ankles. As you inhale, press your hip bones up towards the sky, coming into a bridge pose. Option to interlace your fingers underneath your back. Try and keep your knees about hip width apart and actively pressing your hips up high. As you exhale, release your hips down, placing your right hand on top of your belly and your left hand on top of your heart, taking a little moment here. When you're ready, we're gonna come into the bridge pose one more time. And once again, pressing your hip bones actively up and keeping your knees about hip width apart. This is a great pose to open your hip flexors as well as giving your back a little arch. Exhale, release your sit bones back down. Separating your feet a little bit wider but allowing your knees to fall back into each other. Taking another moment here. Eventually grabbing hold of your thighs and rocking yourself a few times before coming up. This is also quite a nice massage for the low back, so just allow yourself to rock back and forward, eventually making your way all the way up, coming into a bow pose. Try and keep your core nice and strong and your spine nice and long. Option to add a side-to-side movement. Working on the core this time. As we work the low back, we always have to work the opposite side. Make sure you breathe and try and be nice and strong. We are almost there. Few more twists. And releasing the hands down and giving yourself a little gentle hug, taking a little break and coming into butterfly pose. So allowing your knees to fall towards the side, maybe giving your knees a few wiggles, flying your butterfly. Trying to keep your spine nice and long and reaching your chest forward, coming up and over towards your feet. The closer the feet towards your sit bones are, the harder the pose. So if you look for space, maybe just push your feet a little further away from your body and then allow yourself to curl completely so that the gravity can take over and help you deepen the stretch. There's not much control needed. So just allow yourself to be. When you're ready, inhale, slowly roll yourself up. Use your hands to close your leg back in and give them one more hug. When you're ready, slowly transition yourself into a seated revolved head to knee, coming up and over the left leg. So bringing your right foot in towards your groin muscles, realigning yourself on the mat if necessary. With an exhale, reach forward in between your legs, lengthening through the spine and keeping both sit bones firmly on your mat. Try and keep your extended leg flexed. Inhale, come back through the center. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, coming up and over your left leg, maybe even holding your shin bone or your toes with your left arm, keeping the chest nice and open. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, coming back through the center. And as you exhale, take a gentle twist towards the right side by placing your left hand on top of your right knee and looking towards the back. As you inhale, reach out your sit bones high and almost doing a little gentle back bend, opening through the hip flexors. Exhale, release down, shake your legs and switch to the opposite direction, extending your right leg this time. Again, with an exhale, reaching forward in between your legs, lengthening through the spine to begin with. Breathing in, breathing out. Walking your hands towards your body, coming up and over your right leg, keeping your chest and your heart nice and open. Remember, it's not important how deep you go into the pose as long as you feel the stretch along your right hamstring. As you inhale, reaching up towards the center, and with an exhale, allow yourself to twist the opposite direction, placing your right hand on top of your left knee. And as you inhale, rise the sit bones up and reach with your right arm up and over towards the back, open through your chest and your hip flexors, pressing your hips forward. As you exhale, release back down to your mat. Bring your knees in close, give them a little shake, extending both legs as wide as it's comfortable for you and keeping your extended feet flexed. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, allow your upper body to come up and over. Cheek a trick, you might want to pull your cheeks out of the way to help you fall down deeper. And just allow yourself to rest here, breathing in, breathing out nicely. Remembering it's not important how deep down you go, as long as you feel the stretch along your hamstrings and your groin muscles, you are doing it right. As you inhale, gently allow yourself to rise through the center. And we're going to come up and over the left leg. So you can grab your right thigh with your left arm and bring your right arm up and over, reaching towards the left. Either the shin is okay or the toes, whatever works for you. Try to keep your chest nice and open, not collapsing your shoulders down towards the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. As you inhale, reach up, and as you exhale, gentle twist to the right once again, and repeat the other side. Reaching up and over, leaning over the right leg. Option to grab your thigh with your right arm. Keep those feet active, nice and flexed. They tend to get a little lazy. Keep pressing your chest forward, your heart shining. As you inhale, coming up and over to twist towards the left side. Eventually coming back to the center, use your hands to slide them underneath your knees and bring your knees in together. Give them a little wiggle and maybe swing the hips from side to side again for a little release. Breathing in, breathing out. Transitioning into the staff pose. You may want to move your bum cheeks out of the way, and I highly suggest that you keep your legs straight and instead just don't come as deep into the pose, rather than bending the knees and then not necessarily stretching the hamstring but placing pressure on the tendons. As you inhale, reach your arms up, lengthening through the spine, and as you exhale, just reach up and over until a comfortable pull in the hamstring. There is no need to touch the toes, touch the heels. You can totally just place your hands along the thighs or grab your shins. Keep your spine long and imagine you almost want to place your chest on your feet rather than bring your head down to your knees. Breathing in, breathing out. Eventually inhale, reaching your arms up, coming out of your forward fold. Option 1, placing the hands behind your back and bending the knees by bringing your feet a little bit closer to your sit bones, and as you inhale, rise your sit bones up. Option number 2, you can keep your legs extended and then lift your hips up. Make sure to keep your feet together. They tend to fall out to the sides, actively opening through the chest and your hip. Eventually exhale, release your sit bones down. This is a great counter pose to forward folds. As you exhale, gently allow yourself to roll back to lie flat on your mat. One more inhale, lengthening through the whole body, activating every single muscle. And as you exhale, allow your feet to separate a little bit wider than your hips and your arms to fall along the sides of your body. You're gonna come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Listening to the sound of the ocean and allowing your body to rest. Little by little, releasing any tension from your face, your neck, your shoulders, allowing your belly to soften while your hips sink heavily into the mat. Releasing your legs, your thighs, all the way down to your feet. As well, allowing any tension from the mind to kind of swim away. Feel free to stay here even longer, or gently bringing your arms overhead, lengthening through your whole body, and coming up and over to your preferred side. Feel free to stay here and rest, or eventually making your way back up to an easy pose, possibly keeping your eyes still closed, nicely tuned in with your body. Take a few deep breaths, really pushing the belly out, widening your ribs, rising your shoulders. And as you exhale, allow any additional tension to melt away from your body. Slowly placing your hands to your heart center, pulling your head down, and maybe sending some love and gratitude towards yourself, your body. I would like to thank you for joining me today and for allowing me to teach you through this nice little gentle low back strengthening flow. I hope you enjoy the class and I get to see you again soon. My name is Veronika, and I would appreciate if you could leave me a comment or some sort of a feedback about the class. Thank you and see you soon. Namaste.